complaints of lower back, which I'd been in therapy for about 4 years after being rear-ended by a truck.
Because I had an automobile accident on January 30th. I was rear-ended by a guy in the back. And I was so sick. I had so much pain. I had headaches. I couldn't hardly turn my neck.
And Dr. Tong has taken me a long, long way. I can walk without pain. I can go dancing.
Just in 3 times that I have been here, I can't believe how well I feel. I have no pain. I can sleep better, do my housework. My husband says, "What's the matter with you? Now you're not laying down with a heating pad." I said, "Well, that goes to show you how good Dr. Tong is."
My problems began with an accident in 1960. That's 30 years ago. And a few years, short years after the accident, I began to experience pains in my neck and my upper back, and then later on, a few years later, in the lower back, all as a result of the accident.
And I came to Dr. Tong primarily for pain in my legs and my feet. And these were caused by having been involved in accidents both in 1988 and 1989.
For pain in my right shoulder was left over from an accident, and pain in my back.
I've had shots off and on for a period of 3 years now, and I feel much better. No aches and pains. I can practice the piano sometimes for an hour at a time now, which is impossible to do over this last period of almost 30 years.
And I have been coming here for 2 weeks, and the pains in my legs and my feet have subsided quite a bit.
Then he treated me with shots, acupuncture, and herbs. And after a few treatments, I can feel already the difference. The pain went away slowly, and the herbs had given me more energy.
I have more energy, and I can exercise. I can walk at least a half an hour, sometimes 45 minutes without any aches and pains.
And I am so happy to have found Dr. Tong that it's really a relief, a great relief.
The most overlooked cause of chronic ailment is emotional stress, which is the main culprit in over 90% of the cases. Chronic tension, anxiety, and depression weaken the body, allowing minor injuries and accidents to turn into prolonged physical illnesses.
I came for carpal tunnel. Previously I'd been here for back pains, and he helped that in a short period of time, so I knew he'd be able to help me with this. In talking to him, I realized that a lot of it was stress-related. I go to school, I work, and try to take care of my home and my husband. And I think at the time I was getting tired of my job. I'm a manicurist, and it was all just settling in my hand and my arm that I used. I was having numbness in my hand and shooting pains going up my arms, into my shoulder blades, and it was hard for me to even touch my hand on a desk because just the slight touch would really shoot a lot of pain and up and through my arm.
About 5 years ago, I was under a tremendous amount of stress and took a bad fall, and I had been to many, many doctors, orthopedics, chiropractors, another acupuncturist, and nobody really was able to help me. They gave me a lot of pills to take, a lot of different vitamins to take, and I'd get temporary relief and then it would come back again.
I have had hand surgery for carpal tunnel syndrome about 14 months ago on my left hand. I am a handyman, and my 2 most important tools are my 2 hands. The surgery on my left hand, I have a problem. I can't close it all the way. To do things like carpenter work, holding nails in my hand, they fall out because I can't completely close them.
Prescription drugs kill over 100,000 Americans a year and rank as the 4th leading cause of death. And the #1 killer of people under 36 is side effects from drugs and surgery. If you suffer from chronic pain, drugs and surgery are not the answer. Fortunately, the cure is here. At Dr. Tong's Wellness Pain Center, over 90% of patients experience dramatic relief from the very first treatment. Call 888-DR-TONG1, visit our website, or tune into our cable program and find the cure.
I thought about going to a neurologist because I felt that they could probably help me with my carpal tunnel. But my husband suggested I come and see Dr. Tong. My husband Bob has been coming to Dr. Tong now for 2 years, came with chronic fatigue syndrome, and over the period of time I've really seen almost 100% improvement in him. So he strongly suggested I try Dr. Tong first for my carpal tunnel, which I did, and has really helped. So I put all my faith in him, and he's helped me.
And I looked in the telephone directory and I found Dr. Tong, and I called and I left a message on his machine, and it wasn't long after that he called me back, and I told him that I was in excruciating pain and I desperately needed help, and he said, "You come in to see me, I will help you." And I did. That was like 5 years ago. I didn't believe him when he said he was going to be able to help me because the pain was just that bad. I was crippled. I couldn't walk. And Dr. Tong treated me with a combination of acupuncture and injections, and within a week's time I was like a new person. And ever since then I come to him when I have the slightest pain and the most severe pain, and I'm helped every single time.
I'm still receiving treatment. One on my left hand, Dr. Tong is treating that, and I see a little bit of improvement on the closing of my hand. I'm still having treatment on my right hand, but most of the numbness is gone. I have a little in my thumb, but the first 3 fingers where I had the majority of the pain before and numbness, I don't have at this time.
He started treating me for my stress, and I didn't realize that I was as stressed out as I was. By the end of the time we spent together, I was in tears and a lot of pain. And as he dealt with my stress level, then he began to work on my hand. I had a tightness in my thumb area here that I could hardly even move my thumb. All this was like swollen, and the top of my hand was swollen. And we started treating that, and that started relieving a lot of the symptoms that were shooting up through my arm into my shoulder blade. And over a period of time, my stress level has seemed to come down too, which has been nice.
The treatments are absolutely unbelievable. I remember suffering with that kidney infection for a good 3 weeks, maybe more. And I never thought to even mention it to Dr. Tong because I didn't think he treated anything like this. And one day when I was here for another discomfort, I told him about my kidney and how I had gotten antibiotics and all kinds of medication and how I just wasn't feeling better. And he said to me, "I can help you with that." And again gave me treatment with these injections and with acupuncture. And within days, I was like a brand new person. The pain was gone and I was perfectly fine.
Only thing I can say about Dr. Tong, he's like a magician. It just, really gets to me the wonderful things that he has done for me in the 2 weeks that I've been coming to him.
The swelling has all disappeared. The pain has subsided 95% of the time.